Cada segundo, más de 30 dosis de vacuna son distribuidas por GSK. Cada minuto, más de 1.100 prescripciones son realizadas en el mundo con productos de GlaxoSmithKline. Cada hora, GSK invierte $450.000 en investigación y desarrollo científico de nuevas drogas. Cada año, GlaxoSmithKline dona más de $170 millones en efectivo y en productos para diferentes comunidades en el mundo. Hacia fines del siglo XIX, Thomas Bishop, Mahlon Klein, George Smith, Joseph Nathan, Henry Wellcome y otros comenzaron.
So, thank you for your time. I guess you can hear me well in live. So I'm really happy to do this demo. So for you to know, I've put some things. So you can have the video, the slides, and also the speaker bio and all the documents you can download from the webcast. And we have also another thing here. I will show you now, where you can have the Q&A, the chat we are doing right now, and also we will see a poll and a request. So at any time, the interest of the platform is that I can put people live, hey guys. So I will start also with the slides very shortly. So you know that Arkadin is part of NTT, which is the biggest Japanese group in telecommunication. But for you, this is really important to know. I will be really short on this. We have in several Latin America's countries, and we can provide AVs all around the continent, as you know. But we are also, we can rely on Arkadin in other countries, in Canada and in the US or in Europe, if we need to bring AVs on site, I don't know, in Barcelona, whatever you need, just for you to have it. So the main advantage and benefit from the platform we just told you is that it's HTML5 and WebRTC. So there is no Flash anymore. So any people from any device, from any browser can access in one click to this, okay? And the good thing in the webcast is that you can also move the things all around, okay? And force the view if you need, like this one, okay? If you need, anytime, and synchronize slides. So the idea also is that in mode picture-in-picture, we can bring the slides in the video like it, to have this picture-in-picture, and remove also the slides here. I'm just looking for it. There, okay.
No, fine. I already removed it for you, Pierre.
Okay, thanks. And this picture-in-picture is what you can also see in live in the Facebook page or in the YouTube page. So it's not only one camera we can bring using Inxpo, it's all the speakers you want, and also with the slides inside the video. So which is really useful, for instance, for someone who is watching live through a mobile. It will have on the same interface all the data and all the speaker in once, which is really a big advantage today. So we will change the configuration back, and have an important things to say is that you can watch very well the webcast inside a smartphone, but you can also use it as a presenter, which is really important for millennials. They are more and more important inside employees of large companies, and everything has to work inside a smartphone. So it's really designed for it. I have also a question from Vivian. So the presenter can set up by himself? Yeah, it's really easy to do a webcast using Inxpo. You can have define a template, design everything in Spanish or in Portuguese. We do it all the time here in the region. So we can talk about this a little bit more. But what I would like also to present you is this mode, video conferencing. So let's imagine, for instance, we have a webinar in 3 countries, okay? You can have in the main country, in one hotel, 2 cameras, which is my view, and bring anytime you want from a VCU in enterprise, for example, your CEO or someone remote using a video room, Legacy or Blue Jeans, or any key opinion leader without having him flying and moving, which is very expensive. So this platform is really intelligent and will make you sparing money on cost, on hotels, on trips, on flights, which is what any healthcare company is looking for at this time being. It's the most, let's say, innovative platform we have, and how you can spare a buck each time you are doing an event to really focus on the virtual part, because it's where you will find all the data you will need after it on each LCPs all around the world.
Yeah, and Pierre, I'll just
you want to jump on?
Yeah, thank you, Pierre. Yeah, just to add, I mean, one of the benefits to having multiple presenters, as you can see, Pierre loves to talk. By bringing in other presenters, you can just create more of a dynamic presentation and have more people talk, where it's less about one person and the slides, but more about a conversation. So I could say, hey, Ben, what's your favorite aspect to the platform? And Ben, go ahead and answer that question.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big one, Dave, is the flexibility to have 3 different sources coming in from 3 different locations. But really, when it comes down to it, I like the flexibility and the engagement offerings that an Inxpo provides, right? So clearly, we have the chat window down there, the questions. We have all kinds of capability from an engagement perspective, polling, testing, all these kinds of things that you can really throw at your audience to make sure that they're taking the most out of your content. So that's what I like, is just the versatility and the engagement offerings to the audience.
Yeah, and I think to piggyback off of that too, I think one of the things that I like the most about this platform, as Vivian said, they're going to have presenters coming from different locations. So I've joined from a webcam, a little $90 webcam from Best Buy. Pierre's got a webcam. Ben's actually joined from a video conferencing unit. And if we wanted to, we could even include an AV site. So if you had a physical event that you wanted to leverage, we can bring a camera crew on site, capture that video feed via a on-site encoding technician, and bring them into the video feed. So now you have a dynamic of a physical event, someone from their home office, someone from a boardroom, all very easy to bring into one window. So that's one of the things that I like. I also like with Adobe, you have the ability to force the screen to a participant, and you don't lose that ability with Inxpo. You have the ability to push someone into a full screen video, like Pierre just did. You have the ability to go back into the regular mode, maybe push out the survey or the slides, and you don't have to do that, Pierre. And that's very similar to Adobe. You don't lose that. With other webcast platforms, you do lose that. So Vivian has a question. You're streaming through your own computer camera, so no need for audio visual staff. Absolutely, yeah. I'm just using literally a Logitech camera. And was able just to configure to make sure that my Logitech camera was being used and not my laptop camera, which is folded right now, and just a wireless USB headset.
Yeah, I will share with you also something in that most of the healthcare company here in Latin America, they are sparing money on AVs first, because it's the most expensive part, and they are using all the video conferencing room they had inside offices to bring more participants in a safer environment, meaning that they have IT on their side and they not rely on the location of dedicated bandwidth in an hotel. And you know that, for instance, in Argentina, it's a challenge, because you are buying something which is dedicated, and when you see live, but it's not. So you are in a hotel and you are 1 hour before the live, and you are a little bit stressed because you're not sure it will work. So to spare money, you can bring in any key opinion leader wherever they are in the world, and most of the time, and they don't like to. You will have better also participation of key opinion leader, because it's so easy to join, and it will work without being an engineer, and to stick his webcam or whatever he needs and be live when you want. And you will see afterwards that there is a rehearsing mode, which is really useful to train before the key opinion leader, because he has to be really cool and really without stress, and anyone can see it on video and the voice. So it's really, really important for them to be relaxed and to know the platform before, and it's what we do also very well inside Arkadin. So the next slide is for you to see that it's at any time you can bring a video clip, whether it's a corporate one or someone you pre-recorded, a key opinion leader who is really, really, really bad live, so you can record him and display him live. Okay, for instance, I will show you an example right now.
I have a confession to make. But first, I want you.
So you can have a mix of the two of it. Okay. So I will bring Ben back. So you can put any kind of video inside the video space, but also from the slides. So it really depends on which way you want to do it. You can bring everything inside the video, or you can put also video from the slide. Okay, so it's the idea of it. The idea of this platform is that you can really do what TV shows are doing when it's a talk show. So you have a main presenter on stage, and then you bring back a recorded video to have a flashback. Then you are on the set again, and you have a new key opinion leader you can interview and go back to see, I don't know, the display of a surgery, of anything you want. It will give you more impact, because you are playing on a multiplex way inside information. And
I think we might have lost Pierre's audio, so I'm going to kind of take over from here. But yeah, so I want to answer this question that. There we go. How would simultaneous translation work? So we can go through a third party and set that up. So what we do have the ability to do is put a closed captioning box that may appear underneath me. A panel is what we like to refer to it as. Or if it's a pre-recorded presentation like Pierre was talking about earlier, what we can do is have that translated, put the subtitles and the captions on that actual video, and bring it in just like one of those videos that Pierre was showing earlier with the TED Talk and the GSK video earlier. One cool thing that I want to kind of demonstrate too is that we have the ability on the back end. We have the ability on the back end here is that I can come in and I can see everybody's connection, right? So I see that Eric is on Windows 7 using Firefox. Vivian, you're running a Windows 7 on IE 11, right? IE runs off of Flash. Firefox is HTML5 based, but you're both getting the stream, right? So just because it's built on HTML5, those folks who are coming in on IE or Edge have that capability to still watch it with the Flash experience called Flash Fallback. But how that's useful, right? If I have 2,000 people in my presentation and maybe 2 people are typing in the chat window or the Q&A and say, hey, I can't see my screen. Well, I can go into that producer tool and I can look and see 998 of my attendees have a great connection. So these 2 individuals who are experiencing, low bandwidth connectivity can actually click on them, drill down, and actually quite see that they don't have the best experience. And then I can go and tech support chat with them. And Pierre, go ahead. I'll remove myself from the scene.
Can you hear me? No. Please stay on. It's just a demo, like it is, for instance, in live. Here I'm connecting the internet and a lot of people. So I've switched my camera and I can still talk live. So, for instance, this happens to a key opinion leader, then we can manage to have at minimum his photo and him speaking over anything happens. So, which is really, really good. So we have a question also, Ben, regarding the additional audio channel for the translation, because it's really important in Latin America. And also, for instance, the ability to have a registration in some different languages. And I will let you answer if you'd like.
Yeah, so registration, yes, we can have multiple registrations for different locales, for different native speaking countries. For example, I know Pierre said Portuguese and Spanish is important. So we have that capability. Now, from an audio channel perspective, the short answer is yes. That is going to most likely come through audio. I'm sorry, a phone conference bridge. But as far as that specific question, I'm going to have to actually get back to you on that. The way that we would run something like that, typically, if you want the actual audio to come out as English, or I'm sorry, Spanish, and then you want a Portuguese, we might have to run that separate channels, but I think there's a way to do that. As far as a clear, concise solution, we'll have to get back to you, but we will be able to kind of accommodate for the different languages. Yeah. And I'm just looking through the questions here.
So I don't know if you can hear. Okay,
I
was just sharing with you guys that yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry with the bandwidth issue I've got, but we are live in Facebook, for instance, and in YouTube. So I can show you. So you can see it right now with the screen share. And I'm sharing actually my screen, so I will stop. But it's important for you to know that I can share exactly anything I want, from a PDF, from an Excel file, and bring it live. And also I can share, for instance, a web browser, which I just did to show you that we are live in Facebook and in YouTube. So it's really important feature inside the platform. And I really, really love this tool. Sometimes it's not useful for brand or legal things. I will put my camera back. But for instance, when you are really, really able to do that, we have a lot of clients who really love this feature because they can work on their brand. Because a lot of people are inside their Facebook pages and following all the new things, the new products, or the new positionment, or the new brand of a new logo, for instance, and they love to see live from there a webcast. So when it's possible, please use it, because it's really fantastic, because at the same time you can mix picture and picture. So bring the slides and another key opinion leader directly from the Facebook. It's something that, to my knowledge, only Inxpo can do at the time being. So anytime also we can submit a poll and a survey. So I'll let you also answer live if you want to right now. And then I can display the results when you will have it. Cool. Okay, so I will do it again, maybe. Okay, so once again, you push on submit, and then I can display the results live. So time is running out, so I will go to another feature. This is really, really, really useful, and I will put Ben also with me. I love this thing. It's for us to rehearse before a live. So we can absolutely revise anything we have put inside our webcast and see if everything is under control, and practice. So to engage with HCPs with this mode, they will love it because they can play around with the tool, and it's harmless because it's not live. And this is really, really good because they will get more comfort. They will know better the platform. And even if we have trained them 10 times or 15 times before, they still don't get it. With this mode, they will for sure. This is really, really important for you to know because it's really, really playful and enjoyable tool. And this, as you know, it's really useful. For instance, in my case, I have not a good bandwidth today. It's too many people pumping the bandwidth, but I can see live that I'm in yellow and not in green. So you have an indicator of the quality of the bandwidth you have. So if you see, for instance, that you're in red, you can shut down your webcam and you'll still be live with your photo and speaking. So it's really pragmatic also. And you can see also all your audience when it's in internal webcast. I know that
And I'll take this over again. We lost your audio, Pierre. But yeah, I mean, this is a perfect example of that. So I can monitor, I can actually see Pierre's connection, and not to get too technical, but it's coming in at a low bit rate, lower than mine is. And so again, I gave you that example of your attendees seeing, you know, maybe they're writing in, I can't see anything, but a majority of your attendees are doing okay. Well, you can actually do that with the presenters as well. Sorry, I just bumped my screen there. But yeah, you can actually do that with your presenters as well, right? So we can monitor that connection. We can monitor your server speed. We can see who's all logged on, different using different devices. And yeah, go ahead, Pierre. I see you're back on now.
Yeah, it's a real live condition. I love it. So of course you can answer the polling inside the smartphone. It's HTML5, so it will work. Last thing we will have, just to focus on the TV aspects, that from the webcast we will be able to put subtitling. So all the, I don't know, the speaker bio or the title of someone, if is a Nobel Prize, for instance, whatever, we can put it from the webcast and not from the AVs and from a software that we could use to do it. So we will replace the switch video and also all the title incrustation from the platform, which is really, really good. And also we can edit the webcast on demand from the platform. So we can win a lot of time and bypass cost from AVs, which is the most expensive part in a webcast, whether it's live or on demand. And this also, you can use any key opinion leader, for instance, from his mobile phone. I don't know. And in case of emergency, he can be live wherever he is. So it's also a very cool feature. And this one, you can design the scene. So the appearance of your speaker, if you want them aligned, or if you want one principal and the other one below, like video conferencing. So a lot of features you can use. And Ben, if you want to jump with me, because it will be time to go back to the WebEx to debrief. But first of all, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed the demo. Okay, you cannot find the pull option. You think, okay, I will be back on this slide and tell me if it's worked now. So I will display it more time for you to do it. Maybe I was a little bit too quick on my side. Okay, so once again, it's on the slide in your smartphone, and I will wait. You want to add something on it, Ben, because it's really, really important, this feature for GSK.
Yeah, no, that's right. Just leave it on there and we'll see when you have the ability to respond. It is a cool feature. I mean, it's only going to populate when you want it to, right? So just like a survey, if you want to pull that up, you can have that show up as a slide, or you can have that show up as a separate panel, as you're seeing all of these. Or what's nice is that following the webcast, we can always take our audience wherever we want to, right? So we can take them to a survey, or we can take them to a website, or we have kind of full flexibility to take your attendee wherever you'd like to take them. And there we see the responses have just come in, and we'll share those with you. And sorry about that. There's a loud truck outside.
So you will. No, it's no problem. You are in Chicago today?
I'm in Chicago. Yeah.
So guys, you can see in the slides that we can display the results, and it will be also displaying in your smartphone, and also in this. I will put a focus before here. I will make the spotlight. You see that you have our chat, but also Q&A. Is it public? In this case, I will answer to you right now. Submit. So I've just answered to you, Eric, and you have also some encuesta I put in Spanish, so it will be more like a survey. You can also answer anytime. And last thing from the tour of the demo, I will do also a spotlight here for you to know that we put the biography here. It's where it's put also in your registration page, and you can have any handout. For instance, I put our PDF regarding Inxpo and also some information regarding our company. So you can have anything you want from there, and they can download relevant information if they need. So I guess it's time for us to conclude. Thank you for your time, and we will debrief, and we will get back to the WebEx room. So I will put in our chat again this address for you to have it, so we can go back. And for you to know, I love to conclude by that. I will put a video clip as if it was a generic from a TV show. See you around. Thank you for your time.